Warhammer fans, your boy Aqua is here. It looks like Culty Boys are getting some changes. We just made a video last night. I put that up and I have not seen these changes yet. Well, shit. It looks like I was right. They do need buffs. I still strongly believe Ambush needs a complete rework on how the skill works. I doubt that is going to be in the patch notes. Anyway, let's go over the post, see what's coming. Take a first look at the balance changes coming soon. During last month's meta report, we saw a large disparity between Mozrog and the rest of the Orc warlords. This balance update will try to bring better parity to Orc warlords, bumping some of their least used cards while toning down Mozrog. Mozrog's getting more nerfs. Oh my god. The Dark Angels and Gene Stealer cults also receive some improvements, mostly focused on making some of their cards more efficient and their least threatening troops harder to contest. After last month's improvements to the Ultramarines, Uriel started to show some frustrating play patterns, so we're reverting the cost reduction of his talent. Check out full changes below, boys. We're going to get into it. These changes are not live as the time of this recording. These are coming soon. They may change in the future. First change, we are in the Orcs. Big Shooter Boy melee increase from 2 to 3. Yeah, all in all, that's not going to save this boy at all. In drafts, maybe, but 6 drops for Orcs. We got the 2 legendary boys. You've got the Mega Knob, you got Veteran Storm Boy, you've got Squig Buggy, even though it's pretty shit. You've got the Weird Boy. Yeah, there's no way you're picking Big Shooter Boy over all those cards. 6 drops is just saturated in big boy units. Yeah, if they could make his stats 6/6, and he still wouldn't be as good as the other boys. Tank Buster, oh god, I forgot this was even a card. Increased melee and range from 4 to 5. Yeah, once again, he's still shit. Gunwagon, okay. Increased range from 7 to 8. Interesting. I think this card needs like 5 armor to make it usable. Like when you compare it to the Crump and Claw, yeah, you're picking the Crump and Claw all day long over a Gunwagon in a vehicle deck. Gorkanaut increased health from 9 to 10. Oh, that makes him a chunky boy. Straight up, that is a chunky boy. Stomper now has a rally effect. Change description to Armor 2, Concussive, Unstable, Rally, stun a random enemy. Oh, that's cheeky. That's a powerful ability, but for a 10 drop, I don't know. Will this see gameplay outside of drafts? To be determined. It's time to bring the pain! The Pain Boy has got a cheeky change. Melee increased from 5 to 6. Range from 2 to 3. Oh, that is actually a solid change for the boy. Commando increased melee from 7 to 8 and health from 6 to 7. I actually like this unit a lot. I used to play this boy 1 copy in the deck and he did some work. That strike gaining stealth is just so amazing. Veteran Storm Boy, oh god, what have they done to our boy? Increased melee from 6 to 7. Whoa, he got buffed? He got buffed? Interesting. Scrag every stash. Okay, I saw this name on the list and I'm like, what the fuck is this card? Has been reworked as more initiative anti-stealth tech. Increased cost from 1 to 3. Oh, and change description to deal 1 damage to all enemies and they lose stealth. I don't know, for a 3 cost only dealing 1 damage to all the boys. Now, if that said deal 2 damage, that would make me go, ooh. However, it is a great counter card for Scarabs. Although you've got Squig, so I don't know why you'd need this. Grot on a Bomb Squig. Lowered melee from 2 to 1. Okay, this I do not understand. We've got a Flank Boy, right? 2 melee, 2 range. They're lowering the melee to 1. However, if you look at the picture, it is just a Grot with a big-ass nail. Like, he doesn't even have a bolter. They could drop the range to 0, leave the melee at 2, and it would make sense. But lowering his melee attack, all he's got is a nail, my boy. That is it. Squigwagon, oh no, what have they done to you? Changed flank for 1 armor. It now reads Armor 1, Unstable Strike, deploy a Bomb Squig. Oh my god. Not only did they gut the Squig Buggy to death, they removed its flank. Yeah, at first I read 1 armor and I'm like, yeah, it does need a little cheeky update. It's been nerfed pretty hard. I didn't even run it in our last Orc deck. It was that bad. Now removing the flank, the one thing it did that it did good, whoo! Yeah, this card's now trash. Just straight up trash. Now, if they remove the flank, hear me out. Add 1 armor. They need to give it back 6 health, and they need to give it back 6 range, and bump the melee up to 4. And then it would be usable. But as it is right now, nah, it's shit. Our boy Mozzie has got to change. His stomp has been moved to his talent, so he no longer has stomp built in. Change description for his talent to deal 1 damage to an enemy. If target supplies, give a +1 melee and stomp to your warlord this turn. Am I the only one that sees this change and I'm like, it does not change a single thing? Give him back his 40 HP, make Mozzie great again. That is all the changes we have for Orcs. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. I kind of feel like it's just a bit meh. The only change that I see that's actually going to help them is Veteran Stormboy. Increasing his attack from 6 to 7. Like, he was already great at 6. 7? More damage, bigger numbers. Yeah, fun. Squigwagon, nerfed into the ground. Now we move on to the Dark Angels. We got some cheeky changes. The Secret card. Lowered cost from 4 to 3. If you watch my previous Dark Angel video, I was talking about this card saying Dark Angels have so many good cards at 4 costs. If this card costs 3, it would just be amazing. And yeah, they did that. Interesting. I wonder if all buff cards in the future will be gone from 4 cost to 3 cost to, you know, make this a bit more balanced, because so far all the buff cards are 4. If Tau cards go down to 3 for all that drone shenanigans again, yeah, that would be fun. Okay, we've got another change for the legendary 6 cost camo shield Absolute Titan. His ability has its cost lowered from 3 to 1. This ability already was great. Having it cost 1? Fuck yeah. Cheeky Chaplain Boy, increased range from 2 to 3. Oh, that's solid. This boy is definitely usable. Having that extra range attack? Fuck yeah. He's now a solid little boy. Covert Operations, lowered cost from 4 to 3. Return a friendly troop and a random enemy troop to the top of their deck. Okay, I used this card when it first came out, and it did cost too much, so yeah, this might actually get some gameplay. It was a fun little way to just stall your opponent out. And that is all the changes we have for Dark Angels. Honestly, there's not much there. The buff to the wages is probably the big change here. The rest is just kind of mid-tier. But this is already in our deck and it's a great card, so fuck yeah. So the big changes are for Culty Boys. We have an absolute giant list of changes. Stay with me, boys. Let's smash this out. Health increased from 3 to 4. Whoa! Yeah, he needed that. That's a good change. Increased range from 0 to 2. That's a good change. Solid boy. Increased melee from 3 to 4. Yeah, this boy's all about that uprising, doing that one wham bam thank you ma'am combo. That does not really change this unit. He still does what he does before. Big boy with the hammer. Increased health from 5 to 6. Oh, now that is a tanky boy. Once again, the ambush really lets this boy down. He needs that Vanguard like all the time. He needs to be just basically a Lich Guard. Having a Lich Guard without Vanguard is just lame. And you don't want to flank with a unit that's your Vanguard. You know, you want to keep his HP as high as possible. Once again, showing ambush just plain sucks. Lowered cost from 5 to 4. Choose a friendly troop that died this battle and deploy it. You know, I was looking at this card when I made my Culty Boy deck last night, and I was just like, this card's not terrible, but 5 cost is just, ooh, 4 cost? Fuck yeah. Melee attack increased from 1 to 2. Kind of a mid-change. Yeah, I don't see this affecting much. Oh, the big hulking boy now has armor 1. It also stuns an enemy and earns permanent melee on ambush. Change description, armor 1 concussive. Ambush, gain +2 melee and stun a random enemy. Okay, that change is actually interesting. Having the boy have 9 melee attack permanently and the armor 1, fuck yeah. So far out of all the Culty Boy changes, this is the first one that makes me go, ooh, I like it. Okay, on to the next 7 cost boy. Now has armor 1 by default and earns an additional armor on ambush. Change description to armor 1 concussive ambush, gain 1 armor. Hang on. So this boy has 1 armor now, with the chance to gain 2 melee permanently, concussive, and stun a boy on the ambush. Whereas for an additional 1 cost, This boy has 1 armor, 1 extra health, 1 extra damage, and on ambush, gain 1 armor. And it has concussive as well. You know what all these boys are missing? Flank. If all these boys had flank, I'd be just like, fuck yeah, let's do this. Once again, ambush is just letting all these boys down. It looks like fun in paper, concussive, armor. Yeah, it sounds like a great time, but all these 0 range attacks, and, you know, ambush just plain sucking. Change description to rally. Choose a 2-cost troop and create 2 copies in your hand. Lower their cost by 1. Oh! Now that is a great card. He's just solid boy now. He's great. Just straight up, this boy is great. And that is all the changes we have for Culty Boys. Out of all the changes, the most I like is this boy here. Getting 2 copies of a 2-cost troop of your choice and them costing 1. That just combos so well with this boy on your turn 6. You drop him, those boys cost 0, boom, boom, whatever you get, yeah, combos. And that's giving you that +1 melee attack permanently to your boys. I like the changes to the hulking monsters gaining 1 armor, but I still feel that ambush is letting them down. If you look at Culty Boys as a whole, at 5 costs, your ambush boy. 6 melee, 0 range. We go down, we've got the sniper boy, 3 melee, 6 range. Here's the exception here, okay? Just pay attention. 6 cost, 7 melee, 0 range. 7 cost, 8 melee, 0 range. And then you've got the Patriarch cost, you know, that changes with 10-8. The problem is, if you run a solid ambush deck with all big boys, they all have 0 range. So your opponent can kind of guess like, oh, you're playing big boys? 0, 0, 0. And then the chance of you having the sniper boy, you're not going to leave him in the bushes, right? You're going to use him to flank in, maximize that ambush effect because it's like crucial. So you're not playing him. They know that it's not coming. The only thing they have to watch out for is a Patriarch, and they're going to hit the range on it anyway to try to see what it is. Yeah, ambush, in my opinion, needs a rework. It needs to give them camo as well. I don't know, just something. Ambush needs work. I've asked for it like a million times. I feel like all the cards that got buffed have ambush because, you know, they suck. I don't think this is going to fix Culty Boys at all, but the changes, yeah, they're definitely needed. Clearly. The stats are not lying. Ultramarines, did Assault Doctrine get nerfed into the ground? The answer is no. Uriel got a nerf. His talent cost 1 to 2. That's it. That's all we got, boys, for the Ultramarine. Dominating for the last 2 seasons. And the only nerf we get is Uriel. That is good. I don't like factions getting nerfed. I like cards to be reworked into a better version. And yeah, I think that's a great change. I'm happy we don't have a list of cards that just got gutted and nerfed. So to me, that is great. Thank you, Everguild. Thank you for not destroying Assault Doctrine. It's a fun card. Although you did nerf Squig Buggy. Like, what's the hate for Squig Buggy? Come on, come on. Make Squig Buggy great again. Make Gordy great again. Let me know in the comments below, boys, what are your thoughts on this balance update? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Aqua out. Peace.